Hey guys, this is Dennis here, and for the first time ever, I used to do this on my old YouTube channel, but since something happened to that one, I started a new one, and I haven't done a video since, but here is my WWE 2014 Night of Champions review. Now, I will say, this show definitely exceeded my expectations. I thought it was going to be kind of lame, since really there wasn't like anything built up, but it definitely exceeded my expectations. We have 3 new champions, and now the build to Hell in a Cell shall begin. But without any further ado, let's get this show on the road. The first match of the night was the Tag Team Championship match between the Usos versus Goldust and Stardust, or as I call them, the Dust Brothers. Actually, this was actually a pretty good match. I mean, I wasn't surprised by that or anything, but the Dust Brothers win and are new tag team champions. Now, honestly, I thought that the Usos were keep the titles for a little while longer. I mean, they've held it for a long time, but I thought a little longer, at least until the Ascension were called up and the Ascension would take the championships from them. But that's not going to happen. So now that the Dust Brothers are champions, what happens next? They'll probably have their rematch on like an episode of Raw or next month at Hell in a Cell event from there on. I don't know what's going to happen, but I was a little surprised by this result, but it was a pretty good match, so I can't complain. Next match we had was Sheamus versus Cesaro for the WWE United States Championship. Now, to be honest with you, this was my match of the night. Sheamus and Cesaro, if they could get into an actual feud instead of like, random feuds. I mean, they've been going at it since a little after the Royal Rumble, but they haven't had like a established feud. They could bring the house down like they did tonight. This was my overall favorite match of the night. Sheamus wins with a nasty looking bro kick and still is United States Championship. So now, what's going to happen with the title next? Lord knows. Because WWE, to be honest, they really don't even care about their mid-card titles. So I have no idea what they're going to do with it. I mean, they could have another Cesaro-Sheamus match, but they'll probably have some kind of battle royal to decide the number 1 contender, or even a battle royal for the championship itself. It seems that's what they'd like to do. Next, we have the Intercontinental Championship match between The Miz with Damien Mizdow and Dolph Ziggler with R-Truth. This was not really a good match. Mostly because they're focusing on Florida Georgia Live at ringside. Like, why WWE? Focus on, really this has to do with the commentators, but focus on the match that's going on inside the ring. Not the stupid crap that goes on at ringside. Like, that really took away from the match. I mean, it wasn't a show-stealing match by any means, but still, at least pay attention to what's going on with your product in the ring, not outside of it. But anyway, The Miz is the new Intercontinental Championship, so they are playing hot potato with the titles again. So I really don't even know what's going to happen next. They'll probably have another match at Hell in a Cell, and it wouldn't even surprise me if Ziggler wins. Honestly, this feud, it just needs to end. Like, I really don't even see a point of this. I think Ziggler's going to be feuding with the Wyatts next, so maybe it would make the most sense. So, we'll see what happens. Then, we have Seth Rollins coming out to talk shit about Roman Reigns, who he was supposed to face, but as we all know, Roman Reigns had a hernia surgery, and this could be out for a while, so that didn't happen. So, he did what he did a couple months ago. He told the ref to count to 10, so he wins by forfeit, and to raise his hand. And then he issued an open challenge, and who accepts it? Of course, the returning Dean Ambrose. They have a brawl outside the ring and all around. Basically, when I tweeted this, they need to put these two inside Hell in a Cell next month. I mean, normally they have 2 Hell in a Cell matches. This one and the world title match are the best ones for Hell in a Cell, in my opinion. So Might as well just do it there. Then we have Mark Henry versus Rusev. I mean, we all knew Rusev was going to win. So, really, I wasn't expecting much. It was an alright match for what it was, you know, two heavyweights going at it. I didn't expect much. But Rusev wins, and Mark Henry lets down America, according to JBL. What are they going to do with Henry next? And Rusev, for that matter, too. Well, I think Henry will probably be with his tag team with the Big Show and destroy the Wyatts, like they have been. Rusev, apparently he's supposed to be feuding with Cena next, but we'll get into that a little later. So, there was that match. Then, what we had next was Jericho versus Randy Orton. This was probably the second or third best match of the night. You know, these two went back and forth. These two have had matches in the past, so I wasn't really surprised by that either. And Randy Orton wins with RKO after Jericho was going to go for a diving move off the top rope. Now, I don't think that's enough to write Jericho off, so he may show up to Raw tomorrow tonight. Randy Orton attacks him and punts him. I could see that happening. So we'll see. Then we have the Divas Championship triple threat between Nikki Bella, Paige, and AJ. This was what you expect from a Divas match. Same old crap. AJ wins, and like the Intercontinental Championship, they're playing hot potato with this title too. Like, WWE needs to stop moving these titles back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But I think AJ will either have a match with Paige or Nikki Bella, since they're pushing her with this Bella feud at Hell in a Cell. Probably Paige, since they're going to want to have a Brie versus Nikki match. Then we get to the main event, Lesnar versus Cena. Now this match started off pretty much like it did at SummerSlam, but this time Cena hits the AA within like a minute or so. Then Lesnar dominates for a while, then Cena comes back. This time Cena hits 4 AAs and 4 SCFs. And as he was about to try to get Lesnar to tap out the fourth time, Mr. Money in the Bank Seth Rollins comes in and interferes, which means Cena wins by DQ and Lesnar still champ. But Rollins hit the curse off on Brock, but didn't cash in, since Cena chased him off. So now we have Lesnar still champion. So what will happen at Hell in a Cell? We'll probably have Rollins versus Ambrose, hopefully in the cell. Cena versus Lesnar again? Possibly, since this match ended by DQ. But I heard the next feud for Brock Lesnar is going to be Big Show. We did that in another video. So there's that too, but I don't see it now since he has this thing going on with Big Show. And where the rest of the card ends up, I'll have a better picture tomorrow after Raw. So, will I do a Raw review tomorrow? It depends on how this video does. But anyway, I tweeted, I want to hear your thoughts on tonight's pay-per-view. So, here's what we had. Okay, let's see here. We have from my father, who said, it was better than expected, especially for a non-major pay-per-view event I actually enjoyed. I agreed to that, pretty much what I said. I was expecting it not to be a good pay-per-view, but it didn't exceed my expectations. And then from we have here, he said, bad pay-per-view. WWE is still playing hot potato with the IC and Divas Championship. A DQ finish is an awful way to end a pay-per-view. Thank you. Finally, somebody sees what the WWE is doing with the IC and Divas Championship. Thank you, sir. Thank you. As for the DQ finish, I kind of agree there. They should have had Lesnar go over clean. But I'm not really going to complain about it yet. So, that's this review. So, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to thumbs up, thumbs down. Subscribe for more review videos. And this has been Dennis saying, I hope you guys enjoyed this review of Night of Champions. And I will see you here maybe tomorrow.